images. Okay, you can click on all full, and then type the name of the package. So let's say wget. Okay, so this is the wget package. Now there are a couple other things. One that's like, okay, this is the utility. That's the main one that you need. It's the second one. So if you click on this guy here and then say, oh, okay, I need, oh, no, not that one. Skip that one. The second one, that one. Okay, category. Now, what's this one? This stands for source. That means you're actually gonna compile, and kind of takes longer to install it and all that stuff. You know, for your need, you just click on this one. That should take care of it. And then you go next, and that's gonna be it. I mean, of course, you have to wait for a couple of minutes. You can do that same thing with the other package which I didn't install. It's called Popular. Search for that. That's for the PDF tools. We already installed Nano. If you didn't, then you should install that. Okay. So anyway, while it's installing, let's continue. Okay, we discussed the man page, cat command, redirect and append. Okay, that's kind of important concept. So I'm going to try to explain this to you. There's a command called echo. What echo does is kind of shows on the screen. You know, what you type, kind of, you know, the word echo means you know, you go into a tunnel and you say, oh, and then it will echo back to you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Kind of repeats back to you. So this, when you type this in, and it echoes back. Okay, so instead of echoing back to the screen, redirect means you send it to something else. So actually you can send it to a file if you want to. Alright, so here you're actually sending to a file. So now if you use a cat command to look at it, it will show the content, which is this one. Okay, I'm going a little bit fast, but it takes a little bit of thinking. You can do it a little bit slow, but you got to get used to it. Once you get used to it, it will just, okay, I understand. This one, if you echo, you can actually, now what's the difference? You see the 1 arrow, 2 arrows? 2 arrow means you appends to a file, which means that you put it underneath the file, existing file. So if there is a content already, you don't overwrite to a file, you append to it. So 1 arrow actually overwrite to a file, so existing content will be erased with a new content if there is some content already. But the 2 arrow actually will append to a file. So if there is a file content already here, so if you append to a file, it will leave this thing alone and put it underneath. Okay, because we append to a file using 2 arrows. So you can use pretty much with any command, you can use these operators, not just echo. You can pretty much use anything. You can do it this way. Okay. So one arrow, two arrows, those are important. That just means a redirection. That means sending to another file. This shows the concept of the pipeline, what we call vertical line. Actually, let's actually come back to this concept, because this is kind of important concept, but let me just come back to it. Okay. Yeah. Let me do the keyboard first, because I just want to make sure that we cover other stuff first. Keyboard is, okay, you can use the up arrow, down arrow. So for example, it's installed. So to see the commands that I used so far, I'm using up arrow. And then to go down, you just use down key, down arrow. Okay, so those are things you need to use that. And then I mentioned about Control C, sometimes Control Z. I don't even use the home button, end button that much. But these are the keys that you need. And we discussed the cd command to change a directory. If you want to change a particular directory, you can give a full path name. I told you about these dot last time. cd dot means go up one level. Now you could go up 2 levels by doing this, or you can, what does one dot change to a current directory is actually kind of useless, but to just show you, that's why I said useless. Okay, we'll come back to the pipeline concept, which is a vertical line. Let's discuss these first. Creating files. Okay, creating files. You can create the files by using mkdir command. Okay, which that's creating a directory. And then there's a command called, I don't know if it's here, if it's empty file, there's a command called a touch, which is empty file. It's a command that creates an empty file, but it doesn't use that. So let's see what happens here. Print working directory, we know about that, shows a current working directory, make a directory temp. So actually what it does is it's making a subdirectory called a temp, and then it's showing the ls-l, which does a display long ways. And you see this here actually showing the permissions. We'll discuss this next time, but here ls-l, actually this part here, these are called permissions. Okay, like a file permission, directories. The D stands for directory here. So anyway, shows some of the details. This changing the directory name, change a directory to this path here. This going up 2 levels and showing the current directory, which is home. So why is it home? Well, if you think about this, I was at the home on GUI, and then I made a directory temp, right? So I was at, I made directory underneath, and then I changed it to here, right? And then I went up 2 directories. So I was here, but if I move up 2 directories, going 2 levels, I should be at here. So that's why I'm here. Okay. So you can, if you move around that, you can move around. You can always use a PWT to show the working whatever file path you're in. We discussed that last time. Okay, so this one says touch command, and there's a, actually I generate this using, there's a tool called tree, and actually it doesn't come with it. So let's actually install that, because that's an additional package. So Sigwin again. So you can always install packages again. So I'm gonna do it one more time. Okay, this I'm gonna change the full, and I'm gonna type tree, T-R-E-E. Okay, so there's actually a Y tree. What is a Y tree? Y tree is curses base the file manager similar to DOS X tree. Well, I don't need that. I just need a tree, T-R-E-E. What that does is kind of show you the file structure, which is kind of nice. So I'm going to install that package. Oops. So next. Okay, I installed the package, and then I'm gonna show you the it's done. So I'm gonna show you, type that tree. So the tree will show in this format. Okay, so the kind of tree structure using, you know, graphical kind of display. Yeah. So if I go like 2 levels up, and I type tree again, that will show everything. Oh, see, kind of go whoa. I'm gonna try do a Control C, because too many files. It's driving me crazy. And let's say I like to save this tree to like a file. We can redirect to a file. Now, except that I don't want to write it to there. I want to write to my home directory. So my home directory, there are a couple ways to reference the home directory. I could go cd and like this symbol, which is my home directory, and then I say mytree.txt, because that will save it as a text file, although that's like lines and everything, but that's actually a text file. So that's one way. Okay, let's actually try that. We'll say mytree1. So takes a while. Oh, it's still going on. So I'm going to do a Control C, because I think this is kind of too long. So let's show the home, which well, PWD. Oh, you know why it's taking too long? Because I'm at the root directory of the Sigwin. It's going through all these files. So let me go back to my home directory. I'm gonna go up just one level, so it has that. and I don't know if, yeah, that's good enough. So if I do tree, that will show just that. So if I want to save that to my home directory, then again, my tree1.txt. Well, actually already saved, but if I do that again, that will just overwrite it, not append, right? So that's the tree. You could use like a 2 arrows to append to that file if you want to. So anyway, if I go back to this my home and ls-l, that will show like a 2 files, and content of my tree1 will be just the cat command, which is this. Okay, that's saved as text file. Anyway, so tree is kind of useful, and to use that, you need to install it. Install another package.